election. And I think that's why the president's comments and sentiments are exactly accurate. You know, Mother Teresa really couldn't get out of this one, because if you say, you know, it's if you have intent for a scintilla of a second, and it could be for anything, for any one of these four things: taxes, campaign, all the things that frankly they showed no evidence of, but they gave them so much breadth that I have concerns.
Do you have?
Yes, the Mother Teresa defense. Mother Teresa would not be found innocent if she made hush money payments to never mind. Well, I suppose the Trump Mother Teresa defense, as espoused by Trump's lawyer or spokesperson or whatever she is, Alina Habba, perhaps that's better than what's being suggested by the prominent right-wing MAGA Newsmax host, Todd Starnes, who suggests the following: Donald Trump needs to get out of New York City right now. Fly back to Mar-a-Lago or another state that will provide safe harbor. That is what they're saying on right-wing media, perhaps not all that confident. And then you have the Trump supporters outside of the criminal trial during the deliberations doing this. Play this clip.
Go, Citizen Scott. Oh, hey, ho, ho. Robert De Niro has got to go. Hey, ho, ho. Robert De Niro has got to go. Hey, ho, ho.
And some others are doing this. Play the clip.
Thank you.
But at least they're not wearing diapers and holding pee funnels, which is what they do at the Trump traveling fascist circus events that he calls rallies. Anyway, by the way, fact check true by Snopes that Donald Trump supporters are showing up to his events wearing diapers. Also, Donald Trump's been bringing on stage with him people like Chef G and Sleepy Hollow, who were just recently charged in a 140-count criminal indictment where it's alleged that these individuals were acting as leaders of the Crips gang in New York and were involved in potential murder and attempted murder on dozens of occasions. At least that's the allegations in the criminal charge, and they just posted $1.5 million bond. I digress. Alina Habba goes on right-wing media, and one of the things that she's asked, or what she's speaking about, is you're talking. This is what the Fox asks her. They said, "So you're talking about morals here. Tell us about this. You think that people paying off porn stars is something that's acceptable? Here, watch her response."
I don't think countries need to hit rock bottom. I don't understand why we couldn't have continued on an upward trajectory of American morals, of the Constitution. I'm not sure why we had to hit this low point, to be honest, but if that's what gets President Trump back in office.
But you know, when you talk about things like morals, people will say, this is a case about a former president, somebody who was running for president, paying off a porn star who alleges that she had a relationship with him. I mean, that sparks a whole nother conversation about morality, who's running the country. Obviously, voters in 2016, it was not a problem, or they factored in what they knew about the Access Hollywood tape and other things, and they were comfortable sending President Trump to the White House. Yeah. They've had 4 years to think about the way he performed, now 4 years of President Biden. But some of them will always now have this vision with President Trump that these kinds of dramas and things will be just part of his package, part of what comes with him as president.
It's called extortion. Extortion is something that happens with people when they are powerful, when they are strong-voiced, and when people listen to them. It is a natural consequence of being a very effective human being in this unfortunate culture that we have. It is litigious. That is what America has become. And
landfill space is filling up fast. 35 million tons of food waste goes into landfills each year. But Lomi provides a solution to this climate catastrophe. Listen up. Food waste isn't actually waste. It's a valuable resource for our planet. Lomi helps to transform food scraps into nutrient-rich place food for your garden, houseplants, or yard. Instead of dealing with stinky, gross, buggy compost bins, you can simply transform your waste at the push of a button. Lomi transforms your home into a climate solution, lowering your carbon footprint and helping keep the planet a little greener and your home a little cleaner. And now Lomi's new app lets me and you track our environmental impact, earn points for every cycle, and redeem from freebies from Lomi and other great brands. I learned that food waste makes up a huge portion of our personal carbon footprint by reducing the amount of food I send to landfill. I'm helping to do my part for the planet. Don't miss out on your chance to get the best gift for yourself and Mother Earth. Order your Lomi today. Head to lomi.com/Meidas and use the promo code Meidas to get $50 off your Lomi. That's $50 off when you head to lomi.com/Meidas, lomi.com/MEIDAS, and use the promo code Meidas at checkout. Thank you, Lomi, for sponsoring this episode. And that's the thing with these individuals, these MAGA spokespeople, why it's so dystopian, so Orwellian to see their behavior, right? And to see, these are like tactics that you would see in like Saddam Hussein's Iraq and Gaddafi, like untethered to reality. Like they're denying that anything went down between Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels, and that this is all a massive extortion plot against Trump. I mean, it's so utterly ridiculous. Here's what Alina Habba also had to say right here. Anyway, let me show you this clip. Let's play it.
Away from distracting. And if you look at what happened yesterday with Robert De Niro, that is a low state of our country. We've got a old-timer actor coming from California as a spokesperson for a campaign, the current administration running America. What a sad state of affairs. It is just pathetic.
I mean, seriously, that's how she's describing Robert De Niro, an old-timer actor. I mean, De Niro definitely got in their heads. It's pretty wild. Then you had Kayleigh McEnany, Donald Trump's old spokesperson. So you had Habba and then McEnany. And even though McEnany's a lawyer and purportedly went to Harvard Law, just go on Fox and spew disinformation and talk about how Donald Trump should have been able, on closing arguments, to talk about that the jury could be sending him to prison when that's clearly a violation of all court rules in criminal defense cases, that you're not allowed to discuss sentencing with the jury since the judge is involved in sentencing, not the jury. Here, play this clip.
Todd Blanche, the defense attorney, said, he said, look, the former president could go to jail. And the judge said that is outrageous. And why it matters, it's not the first time that Judge Merchan has reprimanded the defense for their conduct in the courtroom. So they just kept after. You weren't even allowed to say that this president faces going to jail.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So we're talking about what could happen to the former president. Easily. Which he could go to jail if found guilty.
As experts say, Brian, it's normal to talk about liberty issues in court. This is not uncommon for someone to bring this up.
Right, and the level in which and the disrespect that he continues to show to Todd Blanche is ridiculous. So we're looking.
Then going on to Newsmax, you have them lying about the crowd sizes and saying, oh, Donald Trump had 107,000 people in Wildwood, New Jersey, which has already been fact-checked as false. There were 80,000 people in the entire, purportedly even, in the entire city of Wildwood. It was a lie that the whole area where Trump spoke could hold only up to 20,000 people, and it was less than half full. But again, just have right-wing propaganda spread lies after lie. Here, watch this.
You have a president who can go out from the courtroom around the corner to a bodega and generate a news cycle. He can go to a construction site at 6:30 in the morning and generate a news cycle. He can go to New Jersey and have a rally with 107,000 people show up. Here's
another clip right here of Alina Habba. Let's play it.
Americans, we have people that were Biden supporters. I can't imagine how or why, but they're now waking up and saying, whoa, this is not America. This is very un-American, and we can't.
And just compare the right-wing propaganda that's spewed to like actual legal analysts like Karen Friedman-Agnifilo here on the MeidasTouch network, was the former number 2 at the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Here was some of her analysis from 2 days ago. Play this clip.
The whole thing about the missing witnesses, about Don Jr. and Eric, where were they? I think that backfires big time for him. Because if I'm the jury, I'm going to be like, those are your kids. If they had something to say, to say that would help, dad, they'd be the first ones up there on the witness stand. It almost kind of proves that like they don't have that evidence, right? Same thing with Weisselberg and Schiller. Like I think on balance, that backfires big time, and that you hold that against the defense, not the prosecution, because these are all people who would be loyal to Trump. So that was also a strange argument that I just don't think helped at all.
And here's Karen's analysis from yesterday. Let's play this clip.
The other thing that I think what is good about this note is the prosecutor, Josh Steinglass, his theme in his summation was very much that the conspiracy to engage in the catch and kill started around the time of at this meeting at Trump Tower between Pecker, Cohen, and Trump. And that's what they're asking for, is that part of the testimony. And so I think that's a good thing. They're putting the prosecution to their burden. They're starting where the prosecution told them to start, and they want to know what the law is. What is the law that we have to apply to these facts? And so they want the readback of the law.
So, folks, we continue to have jury deliberations. We will keep you posted, of course, as we learn more information here. But a verdict could happen at any moment now. We'll keep you apprised every step of the way. But you see right there how the Trump folks are handling things. So judge for yourself. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 3 million subscribers. Thanks to your support. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.